Hi everybody, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, I am excited about this one. Today I'm here at Halliwell Jones Motorrad in Chester and I'm going to be riding the 2025 M1000R. Now I'm no stranger to this bike, but the revised aesthetics of this thing has me drooling. I also really can't wait to try that quick action throttle. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get riding. Oh yes, she's back. Oh, I am back and I am on a M1000R. Oh, what a highlight. It feels good. What a delight, what an absolute delight. Oh, there is something about a hyper naked that just makes you feel good. What is that guy's problem? So, oh man, I'm sat on a 210 brake horsepower bike. What's the actual heck? So I have covered this bike in quite a bit of detail in the past. I was at the original launch of the M1000R in Almeria, and then last year I took out the competition pack with Halliwell Jones. In fact, that had a lot of information about the bike that's still the same, so I'm going to pop a link up here for you guys to check that out if you wish. There are a few changes to the 2025 iteration of the M1000R, and I'll tell you about them. Now, I think the first most obvious thing is the looks. I've got to say, looks are subjective, of course, but when they brought out the M1000R, the headlight just didn't really do it for me, unfortunately. Oh, if you must. Sorry, it's just goading you. And it didn't really tickle my pickle. This, however, they've given it like a twin headlight as opposed to a single, and it just suits the bike so much. It looks gorgeous. They've also introduced a new colour option, which is the one I'm riding, which is like a aluminium colour, and oh my gosh, it's to me the best colour, 100%, especially when teamed with the competition package, which this one is. Oh man. So yeah, I've ridden this bike a fair bit, so let's talk about colour options whilst I try and behave, because it's just so hard on this bike. The colour options last year, you had white and you had black and nothing else. But the kicker was, if you wanted a black one, you had to get it with the competition pack, which was an extra £5,500 on top of the £19,490, I want to say from memory. So it ended up becoming like a 26 grand bike for the black one. That, oh, look at all the bales. I never see them before. But for this year, it's still the case. If you want a black one, it comes with the competition package. so it's going to cost you a lot more. But now we have the introduction of another colour option. So you've still got the white, which comes without the competition pack, so you can get that from, you know, the £19,990, because it's had a bit of a price increase on the base model. I say base model, the M1000R, but it's gone up from last year. And you have this one, which again is available with all this plastic, you know, no billet stuff on whatsoever. And again, that starts at £19,990. But as I mentioned, this one is a colour option, but it's been spec'd with the competition package. So what do you get for that? If you're unaware, you get all the carbon bits, you get carbon wheels, and you get all the billet kits, the fancy billet stuff like the M levers, the M pegs, all that kind of jazz. But like, I like the carbon touches. But if I'm being honest, I prefer the forged wheels. Just because I feel like carbon wheels are a little bit high maintenance, especially on the potholed roads of Bolton. So, of course I'm taking it over Rivet because it's my local twisties with some decent tarmac. And I just want to enjoy it. For me, this is a spanker bike, you know, and I'm taking over my spanking roads. So, another change for 2025, and this was the change that I was most looking forward to. Like, really looking forward to. It's the quick action throttle. Because as much as I love BMWs, I don't know, I always found the throttles on like the S1000RRs and the S1000R and the M1000R, the last iteration, I always found it a bit not laggy, just like an electrical like restriction a little bit. Don't get me wrong, they're ridiculous horsepower and they can go very, very fast, but you know when some throttles just feel a bit freer than others? Well, the BMW ones just didn't really feel that free to me, but oh my gosh, that has changed with this. Yeah, the game has changed with this throttle, and I know that they've upgraded this throttle to a quick action one on the S1000R. So, you know, if you want to save yourself a bit of money and perhaps ride a bike that's not constantly egging you on to do earth-shattering speeds, then maybe the S1000R could be a good option, especially with that throttle and the new headlight and the sexy new colours. Oh, I really feel like BMW have nailed it with the high-powered, ballistic naked roadsters. Got that shift cam engine that's from the S1000RR. I don't know why I'm going so slow. I'm almost going so slow because I'm kind of scared to go fast, not from a going fast perspective, but from a speeding ticket in this average speed cover zone perspective. Ah! I freaking love it! Cows! Oh. Hey now, brown cow. You know, we've got amended wings for this year, not that I'd ever feel the benefits of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure you feel the benefits at like 136 miles an hour. We're not going to be doing that over river. So we'll put it on the sport screen, because why wouldn't we? Oh, my hill hold's on. I thought I could hear you. You can't? No way. Where? I'm alright, but where can you get to? What if I just go round like past the barns? Will that be open? You can't get that far. Ah, right, I see. Well, I'll just go over the top and I'll spin it around in the big car park, because I'll do a little piece to camera. No, mate, you can't be jumping the RTs. Do you? Interesting. Alright, see you later. Love you, bye. Yes, Mike. So, Mike's just let me know, because I've just seen him crossing past with him. I thought I can hear his intercom. There's been a crash down here, so he said it's quite far down. So we'll have a little bit of a play. But it doesn't surprise me, this place is wild for people riding crazy. Right, so we're in the National. So with this thing, it's not at its first service yet, so we are restricted to 8,000 RPM. But I'm pretty sure at 8,000 RPM, I mean it can still do like 141-ish. Just from, you know, my knowledge of selling them, of course. Oh, it's just so quick. Carbon wheels are absolutely obscene. Oh my days. That throttle response, oh, it's just changed the game, really. It's changed the game for me with this bike. Change the game. So we're gonna just stop off at the car park at the top because we can't really go any further from Mike's recommendation. So it kind of seems like the perfect opportunity to talk about the M1000R. So this is in the brand new colour option, which is that aluminium silver. If you just look at the headlights on this, now we have two headlights instead of the big single unit, which I much prefer this. I like the detail here of the M. Of course, this has the competition package, so we've got all the carbon goodness, carbon mudguard, we've got the wings, we've got the shroud of the tank. We've got the rear mudguard as well. And then because it is a competition pack, you get things like all these sexy billeted bits as well. So the rear pillion pegs, main pegs. If you look here, you've got the adjustable M levers. So it would have been nice if they did like some fancy bar and mirrors in the same material. That would have been sexy. But yeah, it's there's a lot that's unchanged about it, like the suspension. You've still got the Mazzocchi at the front, you've still got the same blue spring at the rear. But yeah, I just think it looks miles better now. Like even these in carbon fibre. But yeah, I think it looks great. Seat height on this is still 830mm. There's a lower seat option which is 810mm and a high one which makes it 850. Weight of it, still 199 kg wet. And tank capacity, I want to say 16.5 litres, again, remains unchanged. Right, let's jump back on it. So we're on the left today. Sorry, I've been abroad a bit. Keep forgetting what side of the road I'm supposed to be on. Oh man. It's just so fast. It's absolutely unreal. So I'm just in dynamic mode. Like, I'm not even in the Race Pros. And when you're in Race Pro, you can really go in and dial like ridiculous things. So it's basically for the track really. So you could set all your settings for a wet day or all your settings for a dry day. Oh man, it's ballistic. It's actually ballistic and it turns so quick. Yes, your side of the road, my guy, thank you. Honestly. Vibrations, it's very buzzy through the hands. So buzzy. But it feels like you are just on a coiled spring, a feral coiled spring just ready to go. Brakes are obscene, like ridiculously sharp. It's mental. Hey Cardo, radio off. But yeah, absolutely mental. So I really love BMW's 6.5 inch TFT. It's one of my favourites out of all the manufacturers I've ever ridden their bikes of. That wasn't English, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to concentrate. Look at that, how cool that is. Then you've got the normal dash, but you can have it in the sports dash if you wish. Let's go. So yeah, back to the dash. Whilst we're in a 30 and we're just doing 30 things, as you do. We can put navigation on if we want, which is turn by turn through the app. We can do music if we wish through our phone. We can connect our phone book if we want to be mithered. I personally don't. Settings. We've got assist. So you can have a look, you've got the damping. You can either have it in road, dynamic or race. So that really... And then you've got Race Pro 1, which you can fine tune the damping so you know. This is cool, we've got load this time. Solo with pillion. Oh gosh, I don't want it with pillion because it'll jack the back right up electronically, I reckon. And I just don't need that for myself. But yeah, absolutely love this dash. But actually no, we'll go back into the sport. There we go, it tells you your lean angles. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that throttle, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Makes a huge difference. I believe there's a few revised electronics as well, more S1000RR derived in terms of traction control and, you know, a different map to work with the quick action throttle a bit better, a bit more cohesively. So yeah, it's bloody fun to ride, it's bloody fun. It feels like you're going a million miles an hour when you're just doing the speed limit. Like, it feels absolutely wild, and I just love this colour. Anyway, what am I doing? We've got cruise control, so we'll switch it on, we'll get to 50 and then we'll knock it on. There we go. So we've got our cruise control working. We're not going to get in trouble from the average speed cameras now. But that was just a show and tell because we're knocking it off and we're going up here. We can make it if we try. Oh, it's mad to think this is restricted as well. What the helly? Wow, the views here are unparalleled. Down the box on the brakes, round we go. Oh. We've got all the usual, you know, wheelie control, all the craziness in the Race Pro modes. All that craziness. We've got hill holds, we've got heated grips, which are so nice. Yeah, adjustable span levers, great for my little fingers. Drop it down a few cogs. This is a swooper. Oh yes, what a perfect bike to do the swooping on. Swoop. Oh, I love it. With all due respect, sir, I'm not waiting. But yeah, sorry, so what I was going to say was, I know I have directed you to the link of the first video where I literally talk about what is standard equipment with this bike, what is optional, and all that jazz. But what I'm actually going to do is put an image up on the screen from BMW's website which shows you what it comes with as standard. I'll do that now. Then I'll pop on what's an optional extra. That'll do. And then I think there's another category with other little bits like add-ons and stuff, so I'll pop that on as well. Put it in Race Pro, see if we get any burbles warning ABS setting. Okay. Yeah, we get some burbles. Oh yeah, you can hear them. Pop, pop. Oh, it's just wonderful. Just wonderful. Even riding at a speed limit. Like, don't get me wrong, you're lent a bit forward. I feel like it's more of an aggressive riding position than the Super Duke, for example, if we're trying to compare it to things. Definitely more aggressive than a Hornet 1000, but I guess 210 horsepower versus 150, not really in the same league. How does it compare to a Ducati V4 Street Fighter? I can't quite remember exactly how the ergonomics made me feel on that, but and oh, the burbles, I'd imagine quite similar. But yeah, do you guys remember the like 2018 S1000R? That was a joy to ride as a road bike because it had really neutral ergonomics. Then things got a bit sportier with the S1000R and the M1000R and kind of made a bit more to deliver on track. And yeah, you can really feel like the bars leaning forward. I think you can adjust the bars a little bit, so all is not lost. But yeah, they are. It is an aggressive naked. Honestly, because like when you're going over the bumps of Rivington, because like the crests and stuff, and how light this bike is and powerful, the power to weight on it is ridiculous. You just keep like thinking, ah, am I gonna wheel it? Am I gonna end up jumping this crest? And it's just so easy to do it, which is not good for retaining licenses, you know what I mean? But yeah, it does get me excited. It gets you giddy. Gets you like, oh, I've got to respect this one. Well, guys and girls, that wasn't quite the full run of Rivy that I was expecting, but hopefully we got a few shapes thrown in there. You got to look at the bike in a bit more detail with a walk round. And yeah, I think I might just bring you guys on, oh, so light, to my pros and my cons. Well, I'm back. I'm back in from riding the M1000R. And you know what? I did my filming and I came home and I thought, no, the roads are too dead, the weather is too good, and I am on a bike that I want to keep riding. So I just went straight back out, hence why it's going a little bit dark. Not super dark because the sun sets now at about 10 o'clock and it's currently 8:30 in the evening. But I've been enjoying this bike a lot. I've got a few pros and I've got a few cons. So the first pro is the addictive sound, the burble and the crackling that this Akrapovic that it comes with makes. Oh, It's literally music to my ears, but I'm not going to be very fuel efficient because I do literally just keep shutting off and dropping down the gears just to hear it burble. So yeah, that is definitely one of my big pros. The second pro is the power. Oh my gosh, it just feels obscene. It feels absolutely obscene. You get on this bike and you can feel the raw energy like pulsating under you. It's feral and oh so fast. Oh my gosh, it's literally a rocket ship. It's obscene. So moving on from the engine and the fastness of this, the ballistic missile nature of this bike, which is just addictive in itself, is the handling. Oh, like this has carbon wheels, and if you get the non-competition package that comes with forged wheels, honestly, forged wheels, carbon wheels, to me they both tip in fantastically on these bikes. I've ridden with both of them, both configurations, and yeah, honestly the handling is ridiculous. It's so point and shoot, and it's on rails, and it's just incredible. I don't really know what to say about it other than that. Suspension, I had to play around with the damping. I was riding around with the damping in Race Pro 1, which actually I wonder if I can see what Race Pro 1 damping entails, because Race Pro 1 is like quite a customizable mode. So in your own sweet time. Right, let's have a look. Assist, damping, Race Pro 1, 2. Right, so I've gone into the Race Pro 1 configuration and it says DDC, which is the dynamic damping control. We've got it at number 7. Great. I have no idea what that actually means in real terms. Let's have a look. There we go. Right, so everything is set to 7 across the board. So front damping, it's about half firmness. It goes up to 14. And rear is the same. So you can adjust the compression and the rebound separately. And again, there's a big circle and they are halfway. So I don't actually know how that compares to the road and the dynamic. I mean, I put it in road mode on the way home with the damping just to kind of see how it fared, and to be honest, it soaked everything up. Nothing was particularly jarring. You go over bumps, you hit them, yeah, you feel a bit of a but it's not like a There's two different noises there, that one and the and you can kind of deal with the do you know what I mean? But if you just look at the DDC levels of customization in that Race Pro 1 mode, like you can really adjust it just to dial it in exactly how you want it. So the suspension has to be a big fat pro. Another pro, that quick action throttle. I mean, I almost forgot to include it because I've gushed about it that much whilst I'm out, but it makes a huge difference. And yeah, the S1000R, I'd really like to ride that bike with this, just because I feel like the S1000R is a little less of a licensed loser than this goading sod. Another pro, the dash, the 6.5 inch TFT dash. Love it, so intuitive. I love the fact that this is a hyper naked as well, and it comes with the stuff like cruise control and heated grips as standard in the different modes. It's kind of got everything, and I really like that. And then another pro, the brakes on this are some of the sharpest brakes I've ever had the pleasure of using. Like, you have to get used to them a little bit because you're coming in like a bit hot into a bend and you put what you think is a little bit of brake on and it's stopping you like in an instant. Just urgent with it there. So the brakes are ridiculously impressive. Right, now to move on to things that I don't quite like, I guess there's still only really 2. One carries over from my original review when I rode this, and then there is a new one. So I guess the new one is, if they've got this available in the non-competition and they've got the white one available in the non-competition, why couldn't they just do a black one available in the non-competition? and then you can spec it up with a competition package if you've got an extra £6,500 to throw at the thing. Because some people might just like the black bike and just want it like all black with these just kind of like black plastic, do you know what I mean? And not have the carbon and the billet stuff at that crazy cost. So I think BMW missed a trick there, because people were saying that with the other one. They're like, why can't we have a black one without having to pay for the competition pack? I'm just really grateful that this colour option, the aluminium, is available, you know, as a Billy Bog standard one without that £6,000, well, £6,500 competition package, because I absolutely love this colour. I think it is beautiful. And then, I've got 3 cons actually. My second con is how vibey it is. Like, you can't get away from the fact that you just feel the buzz through your hands. Like when you're in the low gears on the twisties and it's just, you know, high up in the revs, oh man, like it's vibrating so fast that, yeah, I feel it, and yeah, I feel a bit buzzy and a bit springy when I've had a proper hoony day on the bike. Now, I will say, after my riding today, you know, I'm filming, I'm being quite sedate with it. Obviously when the nationals, you know, allow, you can have a little bit of a play. And I was thinking, yeah, this is still buzzy. Like, particularly through the bars. Not necessarily as much the pegs, but definitely through the bars. I even tried to like relax my grip a little bit, but it's still just... So yeah, that is a bit of a con if you are sensitive to vibrations like me. I'm really sensitive to them, and as much as I love this bike and think it's so much fun, I couldn't personally own it for the vibration issues. But not issues, but it's just what it is. It's a big 210 brake horsepower inline 4, so it's going to be vibey. It is what it is. And then finally, my third con, it's a licence loser. You got to be really disciplined. And am I that disciplined? I'm not so sure. I like to think I am, but this thing just goads you. Right, guys and girls, what do you think of the M1000R? Let me know in the comments below. Massive thank you to Halliwell Jones Motorrad in Chester for lending me this pretty thing to go and have a dance on. If you are in the market for a new or used BMW, definitely go and check them out. They do delivery, they do part exchanges, they do finance, and yeah, they'll hook you up good, because they're good guys over there, and girls. Right, until the next one, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you all then. Bye!